Welcome back to Immortal Entertainment. Today's minifigure review is really special. So this is not just a single minifigure review, this is another theme or collection review. And the reason it's so special is because I've been wanting these two figures ever since I was a kid and ever since I was collecting Lego and Star Wars, and I really did want these figures. And from the bags you've already guessed what they are, but without further ado, I'm going to tell you. So these are the original Boba Fett and Jango Fett figures. Jango Fett sales probably for around £60 to £100, so actually getting my hands on these figures was really cool. And I will first show you Boba Fett because this is really cool, and also I've never had a Jango Fett figure before. I've barely seen it before. I did see the Boba Fett figure, but I've never seen the Jango Fett figure. And I will quickly disperse these pieces onto this set. And I do remember the only opportunity I ever had to get a Jango Fett figure was when someone had one at school, and everyone basically wanted it, but when we asked him, he'd got rid of it. So I never got my hand on that as a kid, but now has been my chance to get the hands on a Jango Fett figure. So just like the classic figure, it does not have anything in terms of a face. As you can see here, it just has black head printing, which is kind of a shame, but it also goes back to the classic figure, exactly how that was. The arms are already pre-assembled, which is actually kind of strange with the packaging that they send these in. But if you can see, there is actually arm printing that's really nice. There's gold printing on top for the shoulder pad, and then intricate detail down here for the missile launchers. And this is the reason why the Cloud City Boba Fett figure is so searched for and why people actually want this figure so much. It's just because of the intricate printing. There's printing all over. There's really nice printing on the legs at the front, the gold leg plates and pockets. There's actually ammo bags on the belt, and there's just really nice basic printing on the chest as well. Another shoulder pad, and we have a little dart launcher here, and as you can see, generally it looks cool. It also has back printing, which is slightly different, kind of similar in fashion, although it doesn't have this middle piece. It has a line down the middle instead, and it doesn't have these emblems or gadgets he has on the side. He also has a really cool helmet, which is one of the classic style Mandalorian helmets, where it's the helmet and the jetpack all in one. And there's some really nice silver printing here, or silver painting, as well as the brown and darker brown painting on the helmet and below the helmet, and the little black arrows here as well. Everything is exactly how you'd expect, and as a complete figure, this Boba Fett figure is absolutely awesome. A minifigure plate piece to put it on as well, and the coolest thing I must say about this, as well as the Jango Fett figure, is it comes with this awesome blaster, which is a custom blaster. And this is a custom minifigure blaster, and this looks exactly like Boba Fett's one, which is a 3-shot burst blaster from the Star Wars Episode 6 film and 5, and we're just going to place it in his hand, and it fits really snug. As you can see, this is definitely Boba Fett from Cloud City. I really like these old jetpack helmets just because they remind me of the old Lego Star Wars games and just the original fashion of minifigures we grew up with as a kid. Give the video a thumbs up and a like for this Cloud City figure because it's actually really rare and it looks really nice. Moving on is the bread and butter of this video. This is the Jango Fett figure. So I literally can't wait, so I'm just going to empty the contents straight away. Torso has nothing assembled or clicked into it, so we're going to have to click the arms in. Obviously, it's been disassembled before it's been sent, but it has nice grey armour plating and things here. The blue, light blue and brown legging plates on the waist. A lot less printing on this one because the Jango Fett figure had a lot less printing on, which is a 2002 figure for the Attack of the Clones film. Had a lot less printing on, although for some reason I really wanted it. I guess just because he's a really cool character of the films and we really wanted this figure. I remember when we were in school, a lot of people wanted this figure. It was a very sought after figure, mainly because the reason was the Slave One spaceship was like a new set at the time, and obviously only the ones before had Boba Fett in. Jango was a new character, but the set was really expensive, and also by the time I was actually quite old in school, my friends and I wanted this figure. It was probably around 2007, maybe 2006 at the earliest, and the 2002 sets had already gone off shelves for years and we didn't get a chance to actually get our hands on them. So now that I've actually got this figure, it's just absolutely awesome. And as you can see, we can just place the helmet on, and this is the classic Jango Fett I remember. So far from the look of the figure, I can't say anything more or less than I'm impressed with this figure. And it does come with the same blaster as the Boba Fett figure, which is kind of a shame in a sense because Jango Fett has 2 pistols. He's infamous for his 2 blaster pistols. In a more nerdy description, the West Star 344s, I think they're called. He's notorious for those 2 blaster pistols. Originally Lego had them as 2 revolvers, and there's also some custom versions of them online. Kind of a shame we didn't just get 2 revolvers at least, like the classic minifigure. I guess it's cool we've got a custom weapon with it, just like the Boba Fett one, because the minifigures are quite hard to get and it's kind of being picky, but I would really have liked it if they had dual blasters rather than this carbine. So as you can see, it's just a silver mould completely. Unlike the Boba Fett print though, there isn't actually any painting on the side of here on the helmet, which is kind of a shame. It's either been scratched off or not printed. And we do have the black and blue with a dark blue strip on the helmet, and no printing on this side or the jetpack. So this is the 2002 Jango Fett figure, and we will also put this on the display stand right next to the Cloud City Boba Fett. Now I'm not sure what actual year this Cloud City Boba Fett's from. I can't remember when the set was. It might have even been the late 90s, but I do know that the Jango one was from 2002. So tell me what you think of these 2 minifigures. The Jango Fett figure is my favourite, although the Boba Fett figure looks really good in retrospect. In terms of printing quality and actual features in general, I would say the Boba Fett figure is probably better, because the Jango figure has a lot less printing, and especially the Jango figure doesn't even have a back print, it's just pure grey, which I forgot to mention earlier. In terms of printing quality and actual design, I would say the Boba Fett figure wins, but for personal preference I just really like the Jango Fett figure, just for its simplicity. Now I have received it, I will say that it kind of has killed the hype a little bit, because I think once you actually get the Jango figure, it's not as good as the hype was. It doesn't really live up to it as much, but it's still a really cool figure. So if you want me to do some more Lego minifigure reviews of customs and old classic figures like these, please subscribe to the channel, give this video a like so you can let me know you enjoyed it, and many more minifigure reviews coming soon. And I'll see you next time.